We're here in Yuma for the M1 Global fights, and my wife's commentating. So exciting, kind of a new venture for her and us. And yeah, we're excited for some fun fights tomorrow.
Now that you bring that up, I was asking about the different stress levels between preparing for a fight and preparing for commentary. You kind of, since you do like kind of every step with her, you're there for everything.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you kind of see a different stress commentary preparation versus fighting?
Yeah, definitely. So she, she's confident in her skills in most of everything that she does. But this is new for her, brand new, a new territory. And like fighting, it's something that she's passionate about and something that she would like to continue on after fighting. So it's a big deal for her. And, but I think she's ready. We watch fights every weekend, and we train together and all that. So she's excited for the opportunity and hopes that it can create more down the road.
Man, so let's talk about you a little bit. How did you get into the business of punching people in the face for a living?
Yeah, so I grew up in a small village in Alaska, and I started wrestling when I was 5 years old, and wrestled through high school and through college, had a successful college career, and finished up, and I wanted to keep competing, and got into some amateur fights, and when I was ready to turn professional, I moved to Portland, and so far so good, and just making my run.
Where'd you get the nickname The Gentleman from?
My wife actually gave that to me, and so I like to think of myself as a gentleman, as a nice guy, and of course I go out and try to kill people for a living, but that's the job, and it's fighting is a very humbling sport, and I truly believe that everyone should have a fight in their life, and because it is so humbling, and it'll make you think differently and treat others different, and that's one of the cool parts about it.
You were on the Contender Series last year, with your awesome record, man, and your performance that night. I guess let's kind of walk through your words, man, like your thoughts. How did you feel you did that night, and what were you expecting to happen afterwards?
Yeah, I thought, I went out, and I can't say that everything went as planned. I had a fun, exciting fight. I actually got dropped in the first round and was able to recover and prove a lot to myself as far as my toughness and what instincts kicked in when you face some adversity. And I thought our fight was kind of what they were looking for, something fun, exciting, and a finish, which my fight had all of those. But that night it was different plans, and fortunately it's led me to where I'm at now and fighting for Bellator, and I couldn't be more excited. And I get asked all the time, like, why are you in Bellator, not in the UFC? But honestly, I chose to be in Bellator, and I love the promotion and the people behind it, and I'm really excited about it.
Well, hey, that segues right to my next question. Obviously, you just had a fight, right? Bellator 215.
Yeah.
You got the submission win. Did you feel, because UFC, Bellator, and one championship, right? Those are kind of the big three.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you feel any extra pressure fighting in Bellator on the Bellator flag?
Definitely. There's always, more pressure when you get to the bigger stage. But for myself, I've competed my entire life, and, I've won a national championship in college, so I've been on, a big stage or the pinnacle of my sport before this, and, a little pressure for sure, but I was excited, and I wanted to embrace it and soak in the moment, and, my Bellator debut being on the main card, and couldn't have jumped up a better situation, and I went out and executed and got the first round submission.
Just about all your fights, you've always been matched up against somebody who has had way more experience than you. How do you think that plays into your preparation? And I guess maybe that kind of speaks volumes about your mindset and the way you go into a fight. But I guess maybe again in your own words, like, how does that affect your mentality going into the fight?
Yeah, I have. I think almost every single one of my pro fights I've fought someone who has had more fights than me. But I'm one of those people, one of those guys who felt like I was truly born to do this, and I like I said, I've been in combat sports pretty much my entire life, and all for preparation to this. So, to be honest, never before a fight had I ever thought like, man, this guy's got so much more experience than I do. What am I gonna do, or how am I gonna beat him in this area? I never really thought that, and it wasn't until like after the fights where I look back at their records like, yeah, that guy had a few more fights than me. But I feel like I've been preparing for this my whole life. I've got a great team and support system behind me. My wife, family. We've got a great team in Portland, Oregon. Gracie Baja with guys with tons of knowledge, Chael Sonnen, Ed Herman, all those guys, Brent Primus, and they got help get me prepared for that.
Do we have a timeline to when we see the gentleman in the ring again?
In June, that's what we're really shooting for. So, I would like it to be earlier, to be honest. I'm always itching to fight and get back in there, but right now it's looking like June, and so we're 10-ish weeks out from now, so we'll get back to Portland in a couple of days and hop into a camp.
And I always ask this question whenever there are couples that are both fighters. What's more stressful to you prepping for a fight, or are you fighting or watching her fight?
It's super easy. Watching her fight and corner her is 1,000 times harder than it is for me to fight myself or prep. And we both agree, but on the flip side, it is arguably more rewarding and a better feeling to see the other one win, so Paige's last fight in New York, to get to feel that and experience that. I thought there was no other feeling in the world to win myself, but that might have beat it, because you just care about someone so much, and I see the work and I see the tears, and I'm there doing it with her, and so, to see her be successful, it's unmatchable, but definitely a lot more stressful to watch her fight, for sure.